Hey booktubers, well I guess we're going to call it my book thoughts rather than a review because I don't know if I'm very good at those. Many of you seem to be real good at them. Maybe in time I will get better. But anyway, this one is for Soulless by Gail Carriger. I guess it's Carriger, not Carringer, Carriger. And I've seen a couple people have these on their shelves. I've seen some pick up in hauls, but I haven't seen any reviews on it, and I don't know exactly why. Here is the back. I actually read this as an ebook from the library, and I enjoyed it so much that I went ahead and bought the only type of book that's out like this. And I don't understand. The book is really good. Of course, this is kind of my first YA exposure. I guess recently there probably was YA, years ago when I was young, but as far as recent meaning of the word goes, so I think it deserves at the very least a paperback that's in the larger format that they have out. It's just a nicer paperback, but all they have out is this mass market, the tiny paperback with the rather small font. And as most of you know, I like hardcover when I can find it, and where it's practical. So, but this is the only edition of the book out. So I read it as an ebook, got it today at Barnes & Noble, so that I have something to show you guys. So let's see. Well, it is about... let me read the back to you. It's probably a little better. A lot of people do that kind of thing. Okay, so it says, first, she has no soul. Second, she's a spinster whose father is both Italian and dead. Third, she was rudely attacked by a vampire, breaking all standards of social etiquette. Where to go from there? From bad to worse, apparently, for Alexia accidentally kills the vampire, and then the appalling Lord Macon, loud, messy, gorgeous, and werewolf, is sent by Queen Victoria to investigate. With unexpected vampires appearing and expected vampires disappearing, everyone seems to believe Alexia is responsible. Can she figure out what is actually happening to London's high society? Will her soulless ability to negate supernatural powers prove useful or just plain embarrassing? Finally, who is the real enemy, and do they have treacle tart? Okay, so anyway, this book basically throws many, I would say, of the most recent type of creatures that there are. It doesn't have any zombies in it, however. It has vampires and werewolves, and she is a preternatural. And she is soulless, obviously, and she's able to actually cancel out the vampires and the werewolves' powers. They actually become mortal when she touches them. So it's really interesting, and it's good. It's funny. One of the reviews I read on Gail about her stated that she really liked Jane Austen, and you can see a little bit of that in here. There's just maybe a little bit of Cinderella storyline. There's just a lot going on in here. I recommend that you read this, and like I say, I really enjoyed it. And I don't know if I want to go through too much of the plot because I don't want to give it away. I've been recently watching some people who give reviews, and sometimes I think they just give too much away, and it's like, well, now that I know what the whole story is about, why should I read it? But I mean, I understand what they're trying to do, but I do know that there are 2 more books after this, and I believe there might be a 4th one coming out. I'm not real sure, but I did buy the other 2 books at Barnes & Noble. It's Barnes & Noble today, and you will see that in my haul. So I recommend Soulless. I enjoyed it a lot. So I want to add a couple more things about the book because I probably didn't say enough. But anyway, it has a lot of action in it. It also has, it's a little bit of steampunk, I guess. because it's set in the Victorian era. There's a surprise visitor that comes to Alexia's house towards the end of the book. And it basically leaves off, not really with a cliffhanger, but it leaves off where you can see where the story can continue. So there's a little bit about her father, who was the preternatural. Her mother was not. And I think that she could take the story off by going back in time a little further and talking about her father and the adventures that her father had. So hopefully she may spin off a little bit and go into some of that too. I'm not sure if other YA books have these preternaturals or not that are able to cancel out the powers, but I thought it was really interesting. So